Hello and welcome everyone. We have Dhiraj with us, a meditation teacher and also a past life regression practitioner. So Dhiraj, I have a few questions for you. Welcome to the podcast. So what do you suggest between meditation and therapy for someone who has dealt with trauma and has a lot of mental health issues? What would you suggest? Give us your take.
So my take is the same thing which Dalai Lama says, no? He said that conventional psychologists have not gone to the depth which meditators have gone, because the mind has layers. Now, initial therapy does help you because it's like somebody has to tell you, you feel resentment, that the resentment is bad. This is not a good thing.
Exactly.
Right? For example, someone has an issue with resentment. Now, everybody knows it's like holding a piece of coal. This is very
Hot
popular.
coal.
Yeah, hot coal,
Yeah.
Buddha said. And you're waiting for the person who you want to hurt to pass. But your hand gets burnt first. No? He may pass, he may not pass. So this kind of resentment, you need first somebody to tell you, this is not good for you. Somebody to tell you, this is like holding a hot coal.
Yes.
Somebody to give you ideas on how to think, exercises, these type of things exist. Either in your meditation teacher does this for you, or your therapist does it for you. This is basically telling you how to think, right? But how to think doesn't work, because how to think only works if you know how not to think.
That's interesting.
And how to not think only works when you stop thinking.
That's very difficult in these times to not think.
It takes practice, but once you learn the skill, it's actually pretty effortless and simple. Okay. It's like you just have to think, I don't want to think. And you wait a few seconds and your mind stops.
Yes, so I learned a very interesting technique from The Power of Now, that the author Eckhart Tolle says that now you should think, when will the mouse come out of his place? That mouse is the thought. So when you think in that way, okay, when is the mouse going to come out? So you are like, okay, means it puts you in a reminder state.
You're like the cat, you want to catch it. Very, very, very intelligent.
Yes.
And what about holistic healing versus conventional medicine?
Holistic healing can be termed as good nutrition. So in this, I would like to give example of an antibiotic that is commonly used nowadays. But in earlier days, we were having food in silver plates, and silver is a natural antibiotic. And even in spiritual terms, silver is important, silver and gold. But even for our body, silver is very important. Silver has the capacity to kill more than 600 pathogens. So the pathogens can be bacterial, fungus or virus. So silver can be used for sore throat, sinuses, for urine infections, even for infections such as herpes. Silver can be used. And
that's so interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. That's why our ancestors ate in silver plates. Also, in hospitals, earlier till 1938, silver was actually prescribed as an antibiotic. Do you know that?
I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah, so silver has interesting properties, and overall it's non-toxic.
Non-toxic.
Yes.
So just as the mind needs to heal through emptiness, so through natural remedies like this, we get better results in our health. So mental health always ties into physical health. This is common knowledge, because every illness that happens has its origin in psychosomatic responses. So let's say a stressful situation happens to us. Oh, my dog died. Oh shit. People start crying and this and that.
And so, you know what? During a stressful situation, your body gets depleted of B vitamins. So stress can be mental, but it is reflected in the physical part. Yes. Now you can continue.
Yes, exactly. That's where I was going. That your body starts falling sick. because the excessive cortisol overload which happens when you're going through those emotional states, the dog, as much as you loved it, is gone. Now you're also going behind him, you're also following in suit. So I mean, what can you do? So in sorrow, it is important to know that there's nothing wrong with having sorrow, but it's dwelling on the sorrowful incident that is the problem. If all the time you're thinking about wrong things, all the time you're crying, all the time you're weeping and things like that, you don't have emptiness. Whereas emptiness is the nutrient of the soul, For me, I have always had it's a very controversial thing, I'm going to say to you honestly. But it's true.
Mm-hmm.
People need a dose of dopamine daily.
Yes.
Like a dopamine rush should happen some way, whether you're doing pranayama, sudarshan kriya, whatever, and your meditation and entering samadhi, or if you're having a whiskey or something. But everybody needs a dose. So either you're going to watch TV, you're going to listen to music, or you're going to do some sport, or you're going to do some kind of enjoyable activity, or married couples, or you will meditate, or you have to take a liquid. My point is, if you don't have some way to bust through your cortisol, you're going to fall sick. So you can see the importance of mental health, and you can see how it ties into your physical health. And don't you feel that there are certain nutrients which we need to get every day, otherwise the body cannot sustain itself?
Yes, there are many nutrients, but as you are mentioning about cortisol, so it's very important that we can consume ashwagandha regularly, or a nutritional yeast. So it helps you calm down the nerves, and this helps reduce the cortisol and avoid a lot of caffeine. It's not only to take something, but you have to avoid caffeine and unnecessary stimulants.
Okay. Yeah, because if it's the same thing with your mind, no? If you overstimulate your mind in response, a good way to explain this. Suppose you're in the same incident that your pet has passed away. Now you're going through this incident, and what is happening outside you? You see everybody who loves your pet comes and they're all crying together, or they're doing ceremony for it. They're going to, maybe the caretaker is crying, whatever. If within your mind you're fully blank, that incident isn't actually occurring within you, it's just occurring outside of you. So now only when you remember the incident does your mind go into this is what happens when you're going through an emotion, right? Everybody suffers. This is what Buddha says. Life itself is suffering. So nobody's free of suffering. So in that moment, when we actually go through the stress of losing our pet, or maybe losing a job, or losing a loved one, or a heartbreak, or some financial setback, if in that moment the situation is going to happen outside of you, if your mind on the inside is empty, well, you could be having the most delicious food in front of you, or the most beautiful experience, you could be in an amusement park. It's the same thing, no? So the body will create hormones according to what you keep your mental state. You understand? So if we learn to separate from our mind, it's so important, because this is how people live to 100, by learning to have an empty mind. So Pooja, what are the side effects of high stress?
So the autoimmune diseases are one of the side effects of high stress, and we see that in this day and age, the number of autoimmune cases are rising. For example, type 1 diabetes and Hashimoto's, these are all related to a stressful event. It's related to the gut also, but autoimmune, cancer, all starts due to high stress. And the number one thing which is important in stress, which is more important than any form of nutrition, is good quality sleep. a good quality sleep is lacking in everyone nowadays because of the devices and a lot of exposure to the light. So at this point, it's important to get good sleep, and to get good sleep, you need to have lifestyle corrections. But magnesium glycinate, magnesium citrate, all these supplements actually help you to get good sleep. Because once you sleep well, you are also getting rid of a lot of mental health diseases also, which is like depression, anxiety, bipolar, all these mental health disorders, which, make your mood swing from one end to another.
Thank you, Pooja, for this. Thank you very much. Very informative.
Thank you, Dhiraj. It was a nice talk, and hope to see you again.